Greetings, I am Kyra Freeman, Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Greetings, I am Cornell Francis Jr., Mr. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Welcome to Bragg Stadium on the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida.
Coming up next, the Rattlers take on the Hornets on ESPN3.
HBCU quarterback to ever win the 1AA National Championship. And Albert, we've got a major MEAC matchup in Tallahassee today.
No doubt about it. The Rattlers are coming from a great win in Morgan State up in Baltimore last week. The Hornets are having a rough time finding the win column, but they're going to bring the A game today for the Rattlers.
Coach Willie Simmons' mantra is fight to finish. The Rattlers know what happened. They lost 3 games at the end of the season a year ago. He's vowing not to let that happen this time.
No letdown from the Rattlers this week. We had a chance to talk to Coach Simmons. He's going to have the guys ready in all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. It's going to be a great game.
You're watching the MEAC Digital Network.
Filet and the limited time 14-ounce Delmonico. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
It's a beautiful afternoon in Tallahassee, Florida, as the Rattlers and Hornets get set to do battle. The Hornets have won the toss, have elected to receive, and the Rattlers will be kicking it off. So let's take a look at the Delaware State starting lineup. It will be Trey Gross at the wide receiver, the X-receiver position. 6'4", 210, a junior out of Annapolis, Maryland. Savion Hopes is the left tackle. Matthew Dirks is the left guard. Dwight Chavis is the center. Eric Kareem is the right guard. Caden Crawford, the right tackle. The tight end is Isaiah Williams, 6'2", 255, a senior out of the Bronx, New York. At running back, it will be Bryant Dallas, 5'8", 200-pound senior out of Marietta, Georgia. Talik Bethea, 6'5", 200-pound freshman out of Staten Island, New York, is the quarterback. Angelo Gonzalez is the wide receiver at 6'3", 185, the redshirt sophomore out of Homestead, Florida. And Kwane Colley, 6'1", 195, the senior out of Staten Island, will start at the Z receiver. We'll give you the Rattlers' defensive starting lineup after the opening kick. Yahia Ali is on to kick it off for FAMU. And Yahia gets off a nice end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 6-yard line, 15-20, 25-30. Penalty markers on the play, and he goes down at the 36-yard line.
I believe it was holding, Keith.
Jordan Hanna was actually it's Karan Aline on the kick return for Delaware State. And we'll await the official indication. There's a lot of discussion going on, but we have not had the official indication yet.
So 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Holding, receiving team number 42, that penalty is declined. Holding, receiving team number 34, the penalty will be administered half the distance to the goal. First down, Delaware State.
2 holding calls on Delaware State. The first one declined. The second one will be assessed, and so the Hornets will begin 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, moving right to left. Delaware State decked out in their red helmets, white jerseys with red numbers and red pants. And the Rattlers in their orange helmets, green jerseys, white numbers, and white pants. And here we go. It's Tylik Bethea at quarterback, 6'5", 200-pound freshman out of Staten Island, New York. And on first down, he gives to Mayweather on the stop for the Rattlers. Is Bryant Dallas, the ball carrier for Delaware State.
Just a simple handoff and a lot of penetration by the Rattler defensive line on that play. No movement.
Yeah, loss of 2 on the play. Make it second down and 12 to go for the Hornets from their own 13-yard line. This time, Bethea, 2 backs in the backfield. And this time he gives to Dallas again, and boy, he's going to lose more yards.
Yeah, Rattlers are getting a lot of penetration right at the point of attack.
Make it third down and about 13 yards to go now for Delaware State.
That brings up 3rd and 13.
13:55 to play. No score just starting here in Tallahassee. But it is a gorgeous afternoon. Perfect weather for college football. But they at this time going to spread formation, twin receivers to either side. And Bethea looks to pass, throws the out here for his tight end. And it's complete. It's Bezette Woodley, 6'5", 200-pound freshman out of Chantilly, Virginia, who makes the catch. But it's going to bring up fourth down and about 6 yards to go for Delaware State. So a gain of 7, but 4th and 6. And on the punt for Delaware State is Jose Romo Martinez. And the Rattlers have Marcus Williams deep to receive this kick. And Marcus is going to, actually it's Xavier Smith, and Xavier returns it to the 49-yard line of Delaware State. Maybe midfield. We'll see where they spot the football, but Albert, that's very dangerous to give the Rattlers a short field.
Well, I tell you what, everybody that the Rattlers have played have suffered when they've done that. And we're going to see how the Rattlers respond to the defensive stand after the first series.
All right, it's going to be Ryan Stanley who will start at quarterback for the Rattlers today. Ryan Stanley returns after missing the whole game a week ago against Morgan State. And Stanley has a spread formation with twin receivers to either side. Terrell Jennings in the backfield, and it's Jennings who will get the call. And he's going to be stopped for no gain as he rushes into that interior of the Delaware State defense. Let's cite them for you. Christian Johnson at the left defensive end. Leaky Seu is the defensive tackle. Brandon Carswell, the other defensive tackle. Joanne Granger is the Hornet. At the left corner is Charles Peeler. The weak linebacker, Alex Lozano. Anquan Kinsey is the middle linebacker. Brooks Parker, the Sam linebacker. The right cornerback is DeAndre Blue Ely. And this pass is tossed out here and caught by Andrew Davis. And Davis on second down is going to pick up, looks like a gain of 7. It's going to bring third down and 3 for the Rattlers.
Davis is one of those new names. I tell you, with 6'2", 180 out of Mount Dora, Florida.
The free safety is Jihad Niebauer, and the strong safety is Devin Smith for Delaware State. Jennings goes in motion. The Rattlers toss this pass, is tipped and nearly intercepted. That was a dangerous throw. It was intended for Xavier Smith.
Tried to hit Xavier on a little quick look in, and the linebacker read Ryan Stanley's eyes and made a break on the football and almost picked that ball off. Xavier still almost came up with a catch.
And almost had to play a little defense there, too. So it's going to be fourth down for the Rattlers, and Chris Fadul, the leading punter in FCS football, will be on the punt and try and flip this field for the Rattlers. And deep to receive Well, this one's going to hit and take a Hornet roll and roll out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. And so, so the Rattlers and Hornets are tied up at 0-0 in Tallahassee. There's a timeout in Tallahassee, and we'll be back on the MEAC Digital Network and on ESPN3. Delaware State set to go. First down and 10 now from their own 9-yard line. And it is Tylik Bethea, 6'5". He's a tall cup of water there, Albert.
Yeah, freshman, young kid. Look good, 6'5", 200 pounds.
Bethea twins to the far boundary. Isolated receiver near side. He hands it off to Bryant Dallas once again, and he runs into Marquise Bell after about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain. We'll see where they spot the football and make it 2nd down and 7 yards to go for Delaware State.
There was a hole there for a second there, Keith. It popped open real quick, but it closed with the Rattlers swarming on defense.
2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Hornets. Ball's resting now at the Delaware State 13-yard line. Again, twins to the far boundary. Isolated receiver, and this time they give it to Dallas again. And he fights his way to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 2 more. Bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go now for a Hornet first down. Terry Jefferson on the stop for the Rattlers. 10:33 to play in the first quarter. There's no score. FAMU nothing and Delaware State nothing. Hornets this time will send Bizette Woodley wide to the near side. He's isolated, and twin receivers to the far boundary. This time, the quarterback, Bethea, keeps, and he's going to be cut down short of the first down. It'll make it 4th down and about 1 to go, and the Hornets are going to send in the punt team.
Little run-pass option, and Bethea decided to pull it and run it. Actually, like he was going to pick up the first down and came up a little short.
4th down and 1. Romo Martinez on the punt. And Azende Ray is deep to receive for the Rattlers. And Martinez kick sails high. Might have gotten caught up in the wind a little bit, but then it takes a Hornet roll and rolls dead at the 46-yard line of FAMU, where the Rattlers will take over 1st and 10 for their second offensive.
Come into Longhorn Steakhouse for steakhouse cuts, like our one-of-a-kind 14-ounce Delmonico. Expertly crafted, fire-grilled, seasoned just right. With a steak this impressive, you won't think you're in a steak house. You'll think you're in a steak mansion. Hurry in for Longhorn Steakhouse cuts, the mouth-watering New York strip, always popular Flo's Filet, and the limited-time 14-ounce Delmonico. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
All right, the Rattlers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Ryan Stanley at the controls with Terrell Jennings in the backfield. Twin receivers to the far boundary and an isolated receiver near side. They're swinging out here to
Bishop.
That's Bishop Bonnet in the game. And now we've got penalty markers on the play. Bonnet apparently did not go down and actually picked up more yards before fumbling the football out of bounds, and now we got penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Bishop rolled on top of a player, which means he was not down. He was still hot. He takes off running, but he fumbles, and the ball is kicked out of bounds by Rattler, which is the cause for the penalty.
Yeah, Marcus Williams kicked it out of bounds.
Marcus said, if I can't get it, you can't get it.
And so there's a discussion down on the field, and let's see if we can get the official indication. Yeah, it looks like Bishop rolled on top of the Delaware State player and continued the action. But when the ball popped out and Marcus knew he wasn't going to get it, he kicked it out of bounds.
Bishop was one of those guys who was out last week as well. He's a welcome addition to the Rattler offense, welcome back addition. He has been a spark to that Rattler offense all season.
Illegal kicking the ball by the offense, number 80. The previous play is under further review.
Okay, so they're going to review the play.
Probably want to take a look at that piece where Bishop rolled on top of a player, never touched the ground.
Yeah.
That was a good heads-up play on Bishop's part because I tell you what, he did a great job of continuing to play. Good heads-up play.
All right, we'll stay social with your favorite conference. Search MEAC Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube for day-to-day updates on everything MEAC. Also use the hashtags IBackTheMEAC and hashtag MEACNation to see your posts reposted. Well, the FAMU women's volleyball team slammed South Carolina State 3-1 on Thursday night. Maria Garcia led FAMU with 18 kills. The Rattlers will close out the home schedule next Friday, November 8th, against Bethune-Cookman in Gaither Gym at 6 p.m. So come on out and support the Rattlers. That last play is under review.
You know, looking at that angle, it looked like his elbow hit the ground early before he actually rolled.
Yeah, and if that's the case, the ball would be down there.
Absolutely.
So we're waiting on the official indication from the referee on the review of the play. And as we look at it again, Marcus did kick it out of bounds to make sure nobody else recovered it. But this is the important part of the play right here to when you see if Bishop Bonnet's elbow,
yeah,
he may have been down there. Looks like
looks like his elbow touched the ground.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful afternoon in Bragg Stadium, and the Rattler fans are having a good time with a little Frankie Beverly going on in the stadium.
It's about 65 degrees, no breeze, just a little chill. Great football weather.
Yeah, perfect weather for college football, that's for sure. Pretty long review here.
Ref want to make sure he gets it right.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So, so Bishop Bonnet was down before he advanced and fumbled the football. So it's going to bring up, it's going to make it second down and 7 yards to go for the Rattlers. So Bishop was down before he advanced the football. 2nd and 7 now for Ryan Stanley and the Rattlers. Triplets to the far boundary, isolated receiver near side. Over here, that's Marcus Williams. And the Rattlers are set to go. Bishop Bonnet in the backfield. And as Albert said, we've missed Bishop for a game and a half. So it's good to see him back in the lineup. Stanley, ready to go. Tosses this one out here, and that pass was intended for Xavier Smith, and he's going to be ruled a catch.
Yeah, deep out. Did a great job of keeping his feet in. Good throw and catch.
Yeah, X-Man out of bounds at about the 39-yard line, 39-yard line, and 1st and 10 Rattlers. This time they give it to Terrell Jennings, and Jennings finds a seam and fights his way to the 33-yard line of Delaware State, and that'll make it second down and about 5 to go. This pass is tossed out here for the X-Man.
Rattlers running that high-tempo offense. Quick snap.
Actually, it's Marcus Williams who makes the catch, and that's the first down for the Rattlers. Now at the Delaware State 23-yard line. The Rattlers just outside the red zone and threatening at the Delaware State 23-yard line.
The Rattlers do a very good job running that high-tempo offense.
30-second timeout.
And they execute those last 3 plays very well.
Yeah, 8:13 to play first quarter. FAMU nothing, Delaware State nothing. The Hornets want to talk it over. It's the Rattlers in threatening position at the Hornet 23-yard line. And Ryan Stanley looks to be right back in form.
Yeah, the first drive he might have been a little flat, but he's coming out throwing. He's the for sure leader of this ball club.
All-time leading passer at Florida A&M, and
Got
very close to being the all-time touchdown.
Yeah.
Passing touchdown leader.
With 2 games to play.
Yeah. Quinn Gray's trying to hold on to those last couple of records that have stood for 18 years.
Yeah.
So here we go, 1st and 10, FAMU from the Hornet 23-yard line. Ryan Stanley this time. Twins to the near side, an isolated receiver far side, and it's Bishop Bonnet in the backfield for the Rattlers. And it will be Bishop Bonnet, and the Bishop is hit and dropped after a short gain. And that's Brandon Carswell on the stop.
It's a great tackle by Delaware State.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 yards to go now for the Rattlers.
Got some MEAC scores right quick. North Carolina Central over Howard 28-6 today. And we'll follow up after this play.
All right, Ryan Stanley and the Rattlers are set. Orange helmets are down on 2nd and 8. This time play action. Stanley looking to pass, fires downfield, got a man open. It's Marcus Williams. Marcus spinning and turning, still on his feet, and finally going down at about the 7-yard line. That's a big Rattler first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, Del State's playing zone defense. Marcus just hooked up right there in the hole. Stanley just threw a nice pass in there, made a big catch, and first down.
1st and 10, FAMU at the Delaware State 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal to go for the Rattlers. Moving left to right, Ryan Stanley has Marcus Williams isolated to the near side. Xavier Smith and Azende Ray. Now a triplets, 3 receivers to that side. They give it to the Bishop Bonnet. And Bishop fights his way down to the 5-yard line. And he'll make it 2nd down and goal to go for the Rattlers.
A little misdirection. They try to go motion and then come back to the motion, the opposite of the motion side with Bishop on a nice run, and he turns it up. He's a north and south runner for sure.
All right, 6:30 to play. First quarter, no score in Tallahassee. FAMU and Delaware State. And the Rattlers. 2nd and goal to go from the 5. Stanley this time sends Azende Ray in motion, gives to Terrell Jennings, and Jennings fights his way down to about the 3-yard line, and it's going to make it 3rd down and goal to go for the Rattlers.
Terrell's a big freshman out of Jacksonville, Florida. I tell you what, he was in the weight room yesterday. I spoke with one of the coaches, and he was in there pumping iron, man. He said that's the way he gets ready to play. His body looks like a Greek god, though, Keith. He can body build.
He's the big power back. He's in the backfield. Triplets to the far boundary. The X-Man to the opposite side. And they toss it out here for Azende Ray. Touchdown.
Touchdown. That's a great throw. That's a great throw by Ryan Stanley. Nice corner route by Azende. You can see Ryan drop back. Azende actually is in the slot, runs to the corner, made a big catch. All he needs is 1 foot in college football.
Azende Ray. The 5-yard pass from Stanley. Ali on to attempt the point after. And it will be Chris Fadul who will hold for the Rattlers. Here's the snap, placement, kick is airborne, and it's good. And so at 5:35 to play in the first quarter, the Rattlers have drawn first blood.
Delmonico, that's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse, you can't fake steak.
Ryan Stanley's pass to Azinde Ray for the touchdown. Ties Quinn Gray's touchdown passing record. And Yahia Ali adds the extra point. It's 7-0 in Tallahassee. The Rattlers leading the Hornets of Delaware State. Ali's kick. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. 10, 15. And boy, he's going to be stacked up and driven back. Forward progress will be marked at the 15-yard line, and the Hornets will begin 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, the Rattlers did a great job of covering their lanes on that kickoff and swarming tackle. Let's sneak in a little quick score here. Morgan State, Norfolk State, with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Norfolk State up 38-0. The game everybody's watching, A&T, North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State, is 22-17 A&T with the fourth quarter just kicking off.
All right, here we go. The Hornets ready to go. Tylik Bethea and Delaware State starting from their own 15-yard line here. 5:25 to play in the first quarter. FAMU 7, Delaware State nothing. The Hornets toss this pass out. It's a great catch downfield by Karan Aline. And that's a first down for the Hornets.
He dropped that one right in the zone. Great pass, great catch.
Gives the Hornets a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup for the Hornets.
A good-looking throw by the freshman.
Yeah, Bizette Woodley wide to the far boundary. Twin receivers near side. This time they give it to Bryant Dallas. Dallas straight ahead for a couple before he runs into that interior of that Rattler defensive line. Led down there by Demetrius Powell and Richard Summers. DeMontre Moore and Isaiah Land. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 yards to go now for Delaware State. This time the Hornets send triplets to the far boundary. Dallas in the backfield, he shifts. And Tylik Bethea takes the snap. Fine, that pass is deflected. And that is Elijah Richardson who gets a hand up there and deflects that football.
He was trying to throw a little quick slant off that play action, and great athleticism.
Elijah Richardson, 6'1", 225, the redshirt senior out of Miami. The heart and soul of that Rattler defense. Makes it 3rd down and 8 now for Delaware State. 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets at their own 37-yard line.
He's the man in the middle. He makes it go on defense for the Rattlers.
Hornets send triplets to the boundary. Bethea wants to pass again, has time, plenty of time, fires downfield, and it's picked off. And it's Marquise. Ring your bell on the pick.
Hey, the freshman with an ill-advised throw. That ball sailed on him a little bit, and Marquise Bell comes up with the pick. Yeah, you see, if he's taking his time, he's looking. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. That ball sails. He didn't step into it like he needed to. It sailed on him, Marquise Bell with the pick.
It was intended for Karan Aline, but Marquise Bell steps in front of it and picks up the interception.
Yeah, he was trying to throw that off the back leg, man. You can't do it.
Gives the Rattlers a 1st down from the FAMU 36-yard line. Marcus Williams isolated over here near side. And here comes Azinde Ray. Ryan Stanley looks to pass. This pass is caught coming across the middle And that's Marcus Williams. That's a great looking catch, but they're penalty markers on the play.
One of the Rattler offensive linemen lost his helmet. And I think he thinks because the helmet came off, he has to go out of play, but it may be against Delaware State. Looks like it is. It's a big one.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Number 77 of the defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Personal foul. Hands to the face is the call against Delaware State. And it's going to be tacked on to the end of the run, and it's going to give FAMU a first down at the Hornet 35-yard line. First and 10 FAMU now from the Hornet 35-yard line. And Ryan Stanley sets up, looks to pass, has pressure, and lose the first one. Ryan's going to have to take off and run. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And maybe a yard or so. It'll make it second down and about 9 yards to go.
I tell you, Ryan did a great job of trying to extend the play, and he was trying to throw the home run ball. I think he was trying to go deep, but it just didn't materialize. Smart thing to do, run the ball, get what you can get out of bounds, and live for another down.
Okay, here we go. Second down and 9 yards to go for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 34-yard line of Delaware State. 3:19 to play in the first quarter. They give it. Was that Bishop Bonnet?
That was
Bishop. And actually, he's going to lose a yard on the play. It's going to make it third down now and 10 for FAMU.
Del State playing with a lot of pride. You know, 1-7, but the guys they didn't fly in here till today, and but they're playing with a lot of pride, a lot of passion.
All right, third down and 10 for FAMU from the Hornet 35-yard line. Ryan Stanley with a spread formation this time, and Stanley looking to pass. Pass is intended for Xavier Smith. It's incomplete, but there are penalty markers on the play.
We're going to get a little interference on that one, I think, Keith.
On the replay, you can see.
Got man coverage, trying to run a little button hook. Cornerback was a little too physical on that play.
Or in the words of former coach William Billy Joe, he was all over him like a cheap suit. We're awaiting the official indication. But it appears to be an infraction against Delaware State.
There is no foul for holding by the offense during the play. Holding. Number 3, defense. Ball still past the line of scrimmage. Therefore, it's all about first down. 10 yards to the previous spot. First down, 4 minutes.
And that suit was real cheap because he got called for holding. Charles Peeler, the cornerback, 5'8", 175, the junior out of Washington, D.C., and gives the Rattlers a first down now at the Delaware State 25-yard line, just outside the red zone. Ryan Stanley, spread formation. Bishop Bonnet in the backfield, play action. Stanley looking to pass. Stanley has lots of room, but he fires in the end zone, and it's going to be ruled a touchdown. Xavier Smith, the X-Man.
Yeah. The X-Man made a great catch, and he went up under. He got his hands up under the ball. Ryan drops back. He was looking for him the entire time. He extends the play a little bit. He drills a bullet that almost fell a little short. Great catch. Great passing catch.
And so the Rattlers on the board again on a 25-yard pass play from Ryan Stanley. So that just shatters the Quinn Gray record.
Yeah, that touchdown put Ryan Stanley ahead of Quinn Gray, the most touchdown passes. It's been reviewed, so I won't congratulate him yet.
Yeah. Play is under review. but it looked from our vantage point, and we'll take a look at it again here on the replay, that it looks like Xavier Smith made the catch.
Yeah, he got his hands up under the ball.
If it's ruled a catch, the Rattlers will take a 13-0 lead over Delaware State. Howard, you know, you were talking about that big game going on up in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Yeah, man, everybody's watching that one. It's still, we don't have an updated score other than 22-17 into the fourth quarter. So, Buddy Pugh hosting those Aggies from A&T. Got to be a classic going on up there.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. In other scores, though, we got FSU down 7-0 University of Miami early in the second quarter. We got UCF in a final over Houston, 44-29. And the Gators in Georgia, Georgia's up 3-0 late in the second quarter.
And Florida State has scored a field goal. It's 7-3 now. And A&T in South Carolina, the A&T leading 22-20.
Florida State got a field goal?
Yeah, 7-3. Okay. In the Florida State-Miami game, the Seminoles have kicked a field goal. All right, it's ruled a touchdown for Xavier Smith. And Yahia Ali is on to attempt the extra point. Chris Fadul will hold. Here's a snap. Kick is on the way, and it is good. And so with 2:25 to play in the first quarter, the Rattlers of Florida A&M extend their lead to 14-0 over the Hornets of Delaware State. And Albert, this Rattler offense with Ryan Stanley back at the controls is revving.
They are lethal with Ryan at controls. And I think right now I should go ahead and say it. On behalf of all the quarterbacks that wore the orange and green, congratulations to Ryan Stanley for breaking and becoming the all-time leading touchdown passer in school history.
Well, all I can say to that, Albert, is you said that with a lot of enthusiasm today.
Hey, Ryan has had a spectacular career. He's a 4-year starter. Like Quinn, he was a 4-year starter. And played, Ryan's played for two coaches, and they were throwing the football around his early years. And he came in here, and Coach Willie Simmons polished him up a little bit and got him making great decisions now. His touchdown-interception ratio is off the chart, man. He's playing great football.
Yeah, Quinn Gray's records have stood for 18 years. That's a long time. Here we go. Yahia's kick is a touchback, and so Delaware State will get set to start. First down and 10. 14-0 here in Tallahassee. FAMU leading Delaware State. On a gorgeous afternoon, and pretty good crowd has showed up.
Yeah, we got an update on the North Carolina-South Carolina State score. It's 22-20. North Carolina A&T is 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
It's going down to the wire.
Delaware State ready to go now from their own 25-yard line. Tylik Bethea. And the Hornets ready to go. Bethea hands it off to Bryant Dallas. And Dallas fights his way to the 30-yard line, but looks like the ball popped out. And let's see if it's a fumble.
It's a fumble.
It is a fumble, and the Rattlers of Florida A&M have recovered. Looks like Doyle Grimes comes up with the football, and there's an injured Hornet on the play.
The hit was made by Marquise Ring Mabeo. He came up and made a boom.
Yeah, Marquise on the stop. The ball pops out.
And the Rattlers recover.
Doyle Grimes apparently made the recovery. And we'll check on that injured Hornet player. can't get a number. But both head coaches are out there checking on him along with the training team from FAMU and Delaware State.
Man, you always hate to see an athlete go down. It's a violent game played by violent people. I hope he can bounce back and get up. Here we go.
Sitting up.
Yeah, that's good news.
Still trying to see if we can get a number on the injured player.
Always get a little nervous when they lay out there too long, Keith.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the injured player for Delaware State is number 35, Richard Harris, 6 foot 210, redshirt junior out of Long Island, New York, a running back. He's the backup running back to Bryant Dallas, but he's up and coming off the field
on his own power.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's a real good thing.
Rattlers will take over after the fumble at the Hornet 29-yard line. And once again, it's very dangerous when the Rattlers have a short field offensively. Ryan Stanley going all the way at the controls so far today. Stanley swings it out here for the X-Man, and Xavier Smith fights his way to the 21-yard line of Delaware State, and so the Rattlers threatening just outside the red zone.
A quick hitch out to the X-Man, and you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. These are the guys who make things happen, and the Rattlers have a boatload of playmakers. They'll stay again playing with a lot of pride, a lot of passion. Been a tough year.
2nd down and 2 for FAMU from the 21. Ryan Stanley, Bishop Bonnet in the backfield. Twins near side, isolated receiver far side. That's the X-Man. And this time they give it to Bishop Bonnet. And boy, jailbreak up the middle that time by the defense for Delaware State. And it's Brandon Carswell, 6 foot 240, the senior out of Mount Vernon, Georgia, who comes blasting through and make it 3rd down and 6. It's a loss of 1 on the play.
That was actually Terrell.
It was Terrell.
Yeah.
Okay. Terrell Jennings was the ball carrier. Minute 6 to play in the first quarter. It's 14-0 FAMU here in Branch Stadium. Ryan Stanley. And boy, we got movement at the line of scrimmage.
Defense, number 34, causing the offensive line to move. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Our offside is the call against Delaware State. Makes it 3rd down now and short. 3rd down and 2 yards to go for a Rattler first down after the offsides penalty. Stanley and the Rattlers send a Zende Ray in motion. And actually, this is a Wildcat. I think that
might be Cameron Sapp.
Yeah, Cameron Sapp came in and ran that play and picked up the first down.
Cameron is a freshman quarterback out of Jacksonville Lee High School.
And Cameron stays on at quarterback right now. Spread formation for Sapp. And he sends a Zende Ray in motion, and Cameron Sapp's going to bounce it outside, try to turn upfield, and he does. Going to take it to about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. We'll see where they spot the football. And so it will bring up second down and about 7 to go for a Rattler first down. And that will be the last play of the first quarter as the Rattlers take a 14-0 lead over the Hornets of Delaware State. And we'll be back after these words on the MEAC Digital Network on ESPN3 and this timeout for our word from our network sponsors on the Rattler Sports Network. At the 15-yard line of Delaware State. All right, here we go. Ryan Stanley and the Rattlers with a spread formation. Terrell Jennings in the backfield for FAMU with Ryan Stanley. Stanley sets up, looks to pass, has time, fires for the end zone, and it's caught by Xavier Smith. 16-yard pass play.
That's a big-time throw. That's a big-time throw and catch. I tell you what, Ryan doesn't look like he's having any issues with his throwing shoulders at this point. I got it. No issues with his throwing shoulders at this point. So that's a great passing catch by Ryan and Xavier Smith.
16-yard strike from Ryan Stanley to the X-Man, and Yahia Ali is on to attempt the extra point. Yeah, that throwing motion is smooth as silk.
And that ball's coming out good, man. You see him drop back here, surveying the field, throws a bullet where only he could get it. 1 foot in college football. Touchdown.
Snap placement. There's penalty markers on the play. It's going to be a legal procedure.
Ball start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still the try.
Okay, the Rattlers will retry after the illegal procedure penalty. So this will be a 25-yard extra point for Yahia Ali. Fadul will hold. Snap placement. Kick is on the way. And good. And so with 14:54 to play now, the Rattlers extend the lead to 21-0 over the Hornets of Delaware State. Ryan Stanley, if there was any doubt about his throwing motion, there is no doubt.
No, I tell you what, he actually hurt that rotator area in his throwing arm, and the week off of rest and ice and treatment, and he's coming back. He looks good. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes here in a quarter and 6 seconds. Looks good.
Well, we were fully expecting that it may have been Rashawn McKay who would have gotten the start today, and they would hold Ryan out until the Howard game. But Ryan is at full speed.
He's wide open, Coach. And I tell you what, if I still expect to see McKay today. I think he's going to play today. Yeah. But it's good to have your ace back in the pocket doing what he does. He's the proven leader. He's the sole leader of this football team.
All right, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rattler Sports Network. Well, don't miss any of the excitement of FAMU football on Rattler Rewind every Tuesday night at 1:30 p.m. on FAMU TV 20 in Tallahassee, presented by the FAMU Rattler Boosters. And don't miss any FAMU football with Coach Willie Simmons in Tallahassee. Catch it every Sunday night or early Monday morning at 12:05 a.m. on WCTV, following Full Court Press, and statewide on Fox Sports Florida every Thursday afternoon at 4:30 p.m. FAMU football with Coach Willie Simmons, presented by the FAMU Rattler Boosters. Don't miss it. 21-0 here in Tallahassee.
You know, Keith, looking at the first quarter stats, Ryan was 8 of 9. This is before the touchdown pass, 8 of 9 for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns, compared to Bethea, who was 2 for 4, 1 interception for 26 yards. Freshman having a rough time. Time of possessions, the Rattler had the ball probably about 6 more minutes than Dale State during that first quarter. And total yards, 107 for FAMU in the first quarter, 37 for Dale State, and 26 passing yards, 94 passing for FAMU. It's 21-0 at this point.
Ali set to kick it off. High end over end kick. Going to be fielded at the 17, 25, and down at about the 27-yard line. So a 10-yard return for Karan Aline. And the Hornets will start 1st and 10 from their own 27 here in Tallahassee. Florida A&M leading the Hornets of Delaware State. Tylik Bethea and the Hornet offense ready to go. Bethea wants to pass. Boy, he's in the grass and down. DeMontre Moore with a good sack for FAMU.
Rattlers are getting great penetration and making great plays from that defensive line position. The defense actually been playing swarming and fast and physical. Dale State still playing with a lot of pride. These kids are tough, playing with a lot of passion. Been a tough year.
Second year at the helm for Rod Milstead, who is an alum of Delaware State. Played for them when they were a championship program. All right, here we go. Bethea, this time play action, wants to pass and overshoots everybody.
Yeah, the freshman got up under that one. That one sailed on it.
Bethea's pass incomplete.
All right, it's going to bring up 3rd down now and about 17 yards to go for the Hornets. And so far, that Rattler defense pitching a shutout, 21-0. Tylik Bethea on 3rd down and 17. Spread formation. Bethea looks to pass. This pass nearly picked off by Marquise Bell. That would have been his second pick of the day. That pass was intended.
Yeah, the freshman is watching his receivers. So Marquise is just looking at the freshman eyes, following his eyes, and that's exactly where the ball is going, which is a rookie mistake from a quarterback.
Yeah, Jordan Hanna was the intended receiver. Incomplete. 4th down for the Hornets. And Romo Martinez is on the punt. Azende Ray is deep to receive for the Rattlers. Martinez gets off. A nice kick. Azende calls for the fair catch and makes it at the FAMU 34-yard line, and that's where the Rattlers will begin with 14:03 to play now in the first half. And our score, FAMU 21, Delaware State nothing. $21-0. Rattlers lead. Xavier, the X-Man Smith, is going to be isolated to the near boundary here. And it will be Marcus Williams and Azende Ray. Azende is working the slot to the far side. Marcus is the wide receiver there. Looks like Terrell Jennings in the backfield for the Rattlers. No, it is Bishop Bonnet. And Bonnet turns upfield and bumped out of bounds at about the 45, maybe the 46. We'll see where they spot the football.
Well, Keith, we got an update on that North Carolina, South Carolina State game. The A&T Aggies are victorious, 22-20 in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Buddy Pugh and his boys put up a valiant fight.
So the Aggies prevail over South Carolina State on the road in Orangeburg. That's a big win.
That's a huge win.
Second down and 9 for the Rattlers. Bishop Bonnet set. Triplets. Bonnet gets the call, and Bishop Bonnet's going to find his way out to the 41-yard line, and it's going to make it third down and about 3 yards to go, maybe 4 for a Rattler first down. Ball spotted at the FAMU 41-yard line. 13:04 to go here in the first half. 21-0. If you're just tuning in, the Rattlers leading Delaware State. Bishop Bonnet swings out. They toss it back this way to the X-Man. Midfield, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5-4, 3-2-1. Touchdown, FAMU.
That's a beautiful play. That's a well-designed play. Everybody was looking at Bishop going the opposite way. He comes back to the X-Man, and I tell you what, it was a foot race, and that wasn't going to last long.
56 yards on the pass to Xavier, the X-Man Smith, and that is the X-Man's third touchdown of the afternoon. Ryan Stanley's third touchdown. Actually, Ryan Stanley's fourth touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, we always talking about Ryan Stanley, but Ryan Stanley has some Class A wide receivers as a group collectively. And then you got a great running game that you can offset that with. But that was a great passing catch, great executed play.
Break after the extra point.
That's what you call rack, run after the catch. And the X-Man just doing what he does. Put a cape on him and put an X.
Hey.
X-Man.
What you want to do is get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Number 99 of the offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
And the delay penalty goes against Yahia Ali. Backs us up 5, and we'll attempt it again. But the Xavier X-Man Smith, what can you say, Albert? He's done this all season long.
He's probably one of the most exciting receivers in college football, man. And that's all divisions.
Ali, 25-yard extra point is good. And so the Rattlers
get after it. What would you like the power to do?
56-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Stanley to Xavier Smith. Yahia Ali adds the extra point, and the Rattlers are off to a 28-0 start against the Hornets of Delaware State. 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon for Ryan Stanley. 3 of them to the X-Man, Xavier Smith. Ali kicks it off. High end over end kick. Fielded at the 12, 20, and down at about the 24-yard line. And on the stop for FAMU is Blake Simpson, 5'11", 175-pound redshirt freshman from Alpharetta, Georgia. And it's safe to say the party has begun in Tallahassee.
Well, I tell you what, update on Morgan State and Norfolk State. That game is a final now. Morgan State loses 48-0.
Wow.
Please run the play clock. Please run the play clock.
All right, here we go. Delaware State, Tyleek Bethea. Ready to go, first down and 10. They give it to Bryant Dallas. And Dallas straight ahead. Going to pick up about 3, make it actually maybe 4. 2nd and 6 for Delaware State. It's Military Appreciation Day in Tallahassee, and you may see quite a bit of camouflage in the stands as Rattler fans trying to salute the military. and say thank you for your service. Here we go, Talik Bethea. Wants to pass, tosses this one downfield and overshoots the intended receiver.
That pass is incomplete.
He's trying to throw a fade, that little fade route, and back shoulder. That ball sailed again on him, completely out of bounds.
Yeah, Bryant Dallas, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Eric Smith defending on the play for the Rattlers. Eric, 5'9", 175-pound redshirt freshman out of Miami Norland High School. And Eric Smith, an outstanding corner there, Albert.
I tell you what, Coach is assembling a nice sea of talent.
Third down. And here we go. Bethea tries to swing it out there for Bryant Dallas out of the backfield. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Hornets. And it will send on Jose Romo Martinez to punt.
We had a similar play like that last week up in Morgan State. Be careful. That could be a lateral, which means that ball is alive.
Live football. That's exactly right. Terry Jefferson scooped and scored. Martinez on the punt. Azende Ray is deep to receive for the Rattlers of Florida A&M. Short kick. Now takes a Hornet roll, and it's going to roll dead at about the 37-yard line of FAMU. And so the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there. 11:32 remaining in the first half of play. And the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 from there.
10:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Norfolk State 48, Morgan State 0.
All right, here we go. Rattlers, Ryan Stanley still at the controls for the FAMU offense. 1st and 10, ball resting at the FAMU 37-yard line. Twin receivers near side, and on 1st down, they're going to give it to Terrell Jennings, and Jennings finds a seam, and Jennings off to the races deep. Oh, the ball pops out, and the Hornets recover. Terrell Jennings had a big run going for FAMU, but the Hornets stripped the football, and they recover. And on the recovery for Delaware State is Charles Peeler.
Yeah, the freshman made a good cut back, picked up some speed, but he's got to maintain leverage on both ends of the football, and that football got away from him.
Stripping the ball was Devin Smith, 5'11", 190-pound senior out of Washington, D.C. Charles Peeler comes up with a recovery, and the Hornets get a big break. Turnover by FAMU and Bethea. And the Hornet offense ready to go. They play action, swing it out this time.
Great tackle.
That pass was to the tight end, Isaiah Williams, and he's going to lose yards on the play. 2nd down and 11 to go. Terry Jefferson on the stop for FAMU.
You know, Keith, when you get a big play like this, you want to take advantage of it. You want an opportunity to take advantage of it, and Dell State needs to try to take advantage of this, the fumble.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Rattlers straight man coverage.
11 to go.
Everybody coming.
New quarterback in for Delaware State. No, it's Bethea. It's Bethea. Bethea hands off, but there's no room to run.
You know, Bethea, his pre-snap read, could have, should have checked out of that play and threw a pass. I mean, he had man coverage outside, which is what you want, single coverage on both sides. Got everybody lined up in the gaps.
Yeah, Bryant was the ball carrier. 3rd down and 11.
If they have that in his package. He's a freshman. Young ball club. Trying to make some things happen against this gangrene defense.
Well, Coach Rudy Hubbard called it, Albert, in our Rattler Primetime pregame show. It's going just like he said.
Hey, that's what the honcho said.
3rd down and 11. Bethea shoots this pass out there and nearly picked off by Eric Smith. Another big play by Smith out of Miami, Norland. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Hornets, and Romo Martinez will check on the punt. But Thea's pass, well, Eric Smith made a great break on the football to break that up and make it 4th down. Azende Ray will be deep to receive with 9:43 to play in the first half. The Rattlers leading 28-0. Martinez kick. He shanks this one. And the Rattlers are going to have a short field. Keith Miles along with Albert Chester, Bragg Memorial Stadium. 9:35 remaining in the first half, and the Rattlers leading Delaware State 28-0. Ryan Stanley at the controls. The Rattlers with their first down and 10 at the Hornet 40-yard line. After that shanked punt, give is to Bishop Bonnet. He turns upfield, and the Bishop out of bounds at the 29-yard line of Delaware State, and that's an 11-yard pickup and a first down for Florida A&M.
A handoff to Bishop, and nothing but speed that turned that corner. That was all Bishop Barnett that made that play and picked up the 7-8 yards.
First and 10 Rattlers.
First 10, okay.
Ball's resting at the 29-yard line of Delaware State now. Stanley at the controls all the way today so far, and they give it to Bishop again, and Bishop Bonnet fights his way down inside the 15, down to about the 11-yard line, and that's another Rattler first down, and they'll move the chains. Ball's at the 11-yard line. The Rattlers can get a first down at the 1. Bishop Bonnet stumbles and goes down at the 10-yard line.
You know, Bishop does a good job. He takes the handoff. He's reading, and he's always going to end up north and south.
Second down and 9 yards to go now for the Rattlers. Ball's resting at the 11-yard line of Delaware State. 8:22 to play in the first half. Stanley and the Rattlers threatening at the Hornet 11-yard line. Bishop Bonnet, the eye back, the lone setback. Twins to the near boundary. Azende Ray goes in motion. And there's a bad exchange between Ryan Stanley and Bishop Bonnet. And the Hornets have picked it up. But now we get whistles on the play. And I think that Bishop Bonnet may have been down, but we'll await the official ruling.
Yeah. Hey, when you get an opportunity that you can take it to the house, whether it's a good play or a bad play, you're waiting on the referee to call. He takes it 80 yards, Keith. Yeah. They're going to call him down.
Yeah. The ruling on the field was Bishop Bonnet was down when the ball came loose. So it's third down and 9 yards to go now for the Rattlers. That might be reviewed.
I don't know. I saw Bishop. Both knees were up. Yeah, that ball was already down. He fumbled it. It was a bad exchange. It may be Dale State's football.
The previous play is under further.
Yeah. It may be Dale State's
football. I figured they were going to review that one. From our vantage point, looks like a fumble.
It's a fumble or it's a bad exchange, but Dale State recovered the football. It's going to be Dale State's football.
Congratulations, President Larry Robinson and the Florida A&M University for making the 2020 U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges League.
Well, catch us on the go. ESPN is proud to be the official national broadcast partner of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. For more information on the ESPN family of networks, including ESPN Plus, call your local cable operator or satellite provider or log on to ESPN.com. It's 28-0 Florida A&M here in Tallahassee, Florida. The Rattlers leading the Hornets of Delaware State. Previous play is under review. It was a fumble exchange between quarterback Ryan Stanley and the running back Bishop Bonnet. It looked apparently that the Hornets recovered the fumble, but it was ruled that Bishop Bonnet was down, and so we're awaiting the official indication.
Yeah, it looks like the Hornets defender met Bishop the same time the ball was attempted to be handed off to him, and that ball was fumbled. Bishop never had possession of it, and Del State recovered.
Well, it's good to see Bishop Bonnet back in the lineup, but Albert, that play was busted from the very beginning.
Yeah, they got too much penetration on the line of scrimmage, and should have just taken on that one, man. I tell you. Camouflage. All over the stands here today. In honor of military services. All the military folks who have allowed us to have the freedom that we enjoy. We thank you.
We're taking quite a time on this review. Rattlers leading 28-0. Ryan Stanley has thrown 4 touchdown passes this afternoon. 3 to Xavier, the X-Man Smith.
It's been a great afternoon so far, and we still got a lot of football to play.
Yeah.
We got some updated scores. At halftime, FSU is down 17-3 to the University of Miami. Central Florida, it's a final. UCF beats Houston 44-29. And in Jacksonville, the Gators are down 13-3. We talked about the North Carolina South Carolina State game. It was 22-20. That's a final. Norfolk State beat Morgan State.
However, he recovered his own fumble. Therefore, the ball was dead, but the player who recovered it was on the ground. It was not able to be recovered by the defense. Therefore, it is third down at the 16-yard line.
I guess there was not enough video evidence to say that Delaware State recovered it. He said Bishop Bonnet recovered his fumble on the ground. And so it will be third down for FAMU. And that's a break for the Rattlers. A big break. Ryan Stanley and the Rattler offense set to go in a sprint formation with Bishop Bonnet in the backfield. Here we go. Ryan Stanley now. The Rattlers sent to go. Orange helmets are down at 7:43 to play in the first half. The Hornets bring 3, drop 8 into coverage. Stanley scrambling around trying to find somebody to throw it to, and finally just steps out of bounds. And that's a coverage. That's good coverage downfield by Delaware State.
Absolutely, and a good play by Ryan Stanley to try to extend the play, but turn up, get what you can get, not throw the ball, not throw an interception, protect the football. Excellent defense on Delaware State's part. And Del State, in spite of being down 28-zip, still playing with a lot of passion and pride. And that's what you want. That's what you want from your football team. That's where it starts. Foundation, a great foundation the second-year coach is building.
37-yard attempt by Yahia Ali. And it's good. 6:53 to play in the first half. And the Rattlers extend the lead.
Turn your ambitions into action. What would you like the power to do?
And it's been a tough year for them, but they continue to fight.
Ali's kick was caught by Karan Aline and then fumbled it out of bounds. So the Hornets will begin 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. .650 to play in the first half, and it's 31 nothing FAMU.
You know, Keith, it's been a while since the Rattlers have scored 31 points in a quarter and a half. And Coach Willie Simmons' offense has been on full throttle.
Talik Bethea hands it off to Bryant Dallas, who finds a seam. And it's going to pick up a first down. It's a 10-yard gain for the Hornets. That'll move the chains. Ball's spotted at the Delaware State 31-yard line. And Bethea ready to go. Twins to the far side. They give it to Bryant Dallas once again. And Dallas is hit this time by Marquise Bell.
Marquise Bell makes the tackle.
He's hurt, too.
Injured Hornet on the field.
Yeah, that's Marquise Bell. Injury timeout. That's Bryant Dallas, the running back, who's down. And that's Marquise Bell. Marquise, ring your bell. And I think the doorbell just rung.
Marquis is one of those young players, man, that you look at him, his size and the way he covers, the way he comes up and hit. He looks like a pro. He looks like a pro.
In the words of Albert Chester, he will knock you into next week. And you don't want to see Bryant Dallas have to leave the game for injury, but one-on-one with Marquise Bell. He is not afraid to hit you.
Well, nothing good happens one-on-one with Marquise. And hopefully the young man.
Well, nothing good for most opponents.
Most opponents, you're right. I hope the young man is okay.
Well, while we have a moment, I want to remind you the Rattlers are open next week. And then on the 16th, we'll take on the Bison of Howard University. And looks like Bryant Dallas is up and back on his own power. He'll have to sit a play.
Yeah.
Comes to the sideline, but that's a good sign.
That's a great sign. He got a little stinger, I believe.
Yeah. There are the kings and queens, the official royal court of FAMU. Taking a bow, posing in the end zone. Rattlers up 31-0 over Delaware State. Talik Bethea hands it off to Richard Harris. And Harris plows his way to a first down for Delaware State. This may be the best looking offensive drive the Hornets have put together so far this afternoon.
From a penetration standpoint, Keith, you're exactly right.
Ball's resting at the Delaware State 46-yard line. And they give it to Richard Harris. Let's check that. Not Harris. It is Thomas Bertrand Hudden, 6 foot 220, the red shirt freshman of Mount St. Hilaire, Quebec, in Canada.
Had an opportunity to play, hang around Toronto a few years.
Second down and 8. And they give it to him again. And he's wrapped up by big number 98 for the Rattlers, Jacques Penny. Jacques Penny. It's been French Canadian here for the last couple of plays. Jacques Penny on the stop for the Rattlers. 3rd down and 9 now after a loss of 1. And the Rattlers jump in the neutral zone. When that ball is snapped, it's tipped in the air, it's picked. This one's probably going to come back. Great return after the pick. Terry Jefferson. But I think this one's going to come back.
I think so too. We had a D-line, jump offside.
Yeah, DeMontre Moore got caught in the neutral zone. And actually, it was not Terry who picked it off.
At the snap, offsides, number 93 of the defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 3rd down.
Yeah, it was DeMontre Moore who jumped in the neutral zone. Blake Simpson picked off the pass, but it's all for naught.
Yeah.
And the Hornets benefit from the offsides play. Makes it 3rd down and 4 now for Delaware State.
But they got to step into that throw. That ball is sailing on him.
All right, but they 3rd down and 4. 3:56 remaining in the first half. But they are looking at a pass, throws this pass out. He's got his man. That's a first down. That's a good-looking throw and catch. It's Trey Gross, and Gross takes it now to the 25-yard line of FAMU. That's a good-looking throw and catch, and a powerful run after catch.
That's his 2nd best throw of the day. And that, FAMU's playing cover 2. The corner release, the wide receiver, he hits him right in that zone hole in that pocket right there. That's a good throw.
1st and 10 Hornets now from the Rattler 25-yard line, and they hand it off.
It's their best drive of the day. And again, these kids are not giving up.
Yes, Thomas Bertrand Houden out of Quebec. And on 1st down, he's going to pick up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Bethea rolls right and throws this pass out here. Incomplete. It was intended for Jordan Hanna. I'll make it 2nd. I'll check that. 3rd down and 3 for Delaware State.
Yeah, Big Bethea was on a sprint out, tried to hit a little quick out. He felt the pressure coming from the Rattlers and incomplete pass.
Third down and 3, Delaware State. Inside the red zone for the first time this afternoon. Bethea pulls it down. Bethea fires in the end zone, and that's great defense. Oh! Marquise Bell was defending on the play against Jordan Hanna, the intended receiver, and we've got a penalty marker.
I think Marquise put his hand on that shoulder a little early.
Yeah, penalty marker goes up. Bethea, I thought Bethea might have pulled it down and run, but Derek Mayweather was waiting on him. Marquise went over the top to bat that ball away.
Pass interference, number 3 of the defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And that's going to set the Hornets up with a first down and goal to go at the FAMU 3-yard line. And this is the best drive of the afternoon for Delaware State. Bethea hands it off. No, throws the back shoulder throw. And this time that's incomplete. Defending on the play for the Rattlers is Eric Smith. That pass was intended for Bazette Woodley.
Bethea did a good job, a little play action. I mean, actually, if he had handed that ball off, he might have scored. Great defensive play by the Rattler cornerback.
Eric Bethea. No, Eric Smith, that is, defending for the Rattlers. Tyler Bethea is the quarterback for Delaware State. Here we go. 2nd and goal to go from the Rattler 3, and they give it to Hooten. And boy, he runs smack into the interior of that Rattler defensive line.
Keith, they ran the same play. The play before, they faked it to him. They came right back and gave it to him because he went in the end zone untouched.
Boy, that's on a stop for the Rattlers. Richard Summers, big number 90. It's going to make it third down and goal to goal for the Hornets from the Rattler 3. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first half. FAMU leading 31-0 in Tallahassee. And the Hornets want to talk it over. We've got a timeout in Tallahassee.
You know, with a team like the kind of season
Timeout.
State's having,
Delaware
this is a bright
State.
spot
This
for
is the
them.
full
They want to
1
make sure
minute
they
timeout.
capitalize on this opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, you want to score a touchdown on a team like the Rattlers, their defense, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, building blocks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Something to build on.
Rod Milstead, the head coach for Delaware State, second season there, and an alum, trying to show some positive signs.
Yeah.
Take some positive moments in the game and build on those.
Yeah. Got a young quarterback, big, tall, young quarterback. And I'm sure they've had a lot of adversity this football season.
Yeah, they had the MEAC preseason defensive player of the year in linebacker Brian Cavalcante, who entered the transfer portal on Monday. And we've had that happen also with Kalen Newton, who was the quarterback at Howard University.
He was the MEAC preseason
offensive player of the year. That's exactly right. All right, here we go. The Hornets, Delaware State. Third down and goal to go from the FAMU 3-yard line. And Tyler Bethea hands it off to Hooten once again. And boy, once again, those Rattlers snaking and knifing through to wrap him up and drop him at the 2-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Coach got to make a decision.
Yeah, got to make a decision. I think he's going to go for it, though.
Well, the Rattlers get the ball after halftime on the kickoff.
Right.
So if they stop them now.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Fourth down and goal to go for Delaware State. Decision time for Coach Rod Milstead. Looks like the Hornet offense is going to stay on the field. And now Milstead wants to talk it over. Kind of milk that clock for there a second.
Delaware State. This is their final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Final timeout of the half. It's a 30-second timeout, Albert. And boy, you'd like to get something out of this deal, but 7 would be better than 3.
7 would be better than 3, but from a momentum standpoint, you want to get something out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
best drive of the afternoon.
Yeah. Be smart. Be smart.
Yeah.
Get something out of it.
Well, one thing for sure, FAMU football is always a good time on a Saturday afternoon in Tallahassee.
And we got a good crowd here, Keith. I tell you what, I mean, a beautiful day for football. They're going for, he's going for the
field goal.
Let's get something out of it.
Yeah. All right, Jose Romo Martinez on to attempt what will be a 19-yard field goal. Snap, place, kick is airborne. And we've got whistles, and the Rattlers take timeout just before the kick to try and ice
Florida
Romo
A&M.
Martinez.
30-second timeout. This is their first timeout.
And, of course, the Rattler fans just having a good time in the stadium here tonight. Timeout. And Romo Martinez will get a chance to think about it one more time.
Yeah.
Chip shot field goal, only 19 yards.
Right.
Minute 4 to play in the first half.
But from a pride perspective, you want to get something out of this thing, man, before halftime. So
all right, Jim and Jose Martinez will attempt a 19-yard field goal. Kick is airborne and good. And so the Hornets are on the board with 1 minute left in the first half. Romar Martinez kicks a 19-yard field goal to make it 31-3 for FAMU. It's 31-3 in Tallahassee after the Hornets put 3 on the board. And that was their best looking drive of the afternoon.
no question. I mean, if you look at it from a statistical standpoint, a mixture of run and pass, a couple of penalties in there, but that was the best drive, and they ended up getting 3 points out of it.
All right, Martinez on set to kick it off. Actually, it's Jake Bridle who kicks it off. And this is Xavier Smith. He's going to bring it out. 10. No, it's Marcus Williams. And Marcus takes it out to the 21-yard line. And that's where the Rattlers will begin. 1st and 10 from there. And there's some Rattler fans enjoying the afternoon. 31-3 in Tallahassee. Coach Willie Simmons has 54 seconds here before halftime. The Rattlers will get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, Ryan Stanley still at control. Good opportunity to work on your 2-minute offense.
Yeah. Kamari Young will work the slot to the near side along with Azende Ray. Got twins to the opposite side as well in spread formation. Marcus Williams on the jet sweep turns upfield, and Marcus steps out of bounds and was hit as he stepped out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Rattler fans want a flag. There is none.
He got pushed right as he was going out of bounds, and the momentum took Marcus up in the stands almost.
Yeah.
Smart, he got what he could get and get out of bounds.
It's almost like the Lambeau leap there. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 to go for Ryan Stanley and the Rattler offense. Tosses this one out there for Kamari Young, the young tight end, but it falls incomplete. Make it 3rd down and 5 to go for FAMU. 42 seconds remaining in the first half, and 3rd down for FAMU. Fall has officially made it to Tallahassee. Nice cool breeze going in Bragg Stadium this afternoon. Ryan Stanley swings this one out. His pass is caught over here. Marcus Williams. Marcus having a good afternoon.
Having a great day.
Move the chains and that'll give FAMU a 1st down. And Stanley fires again.
They pitch and catch. Going down the field, pitching and catching.
And that's Marcus Williams too. And that's another Rattler 1st down as they move the chains. Here we go. Penalty markers right before the play starts. So that will no doubt be an infraction against the Rattlers.
Got some extracurricular activity going on out there with the receiver and cornerback. They're pushing and shoving. You know, Keith.
Ball start. number 3 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down. That penalty qualifies for a 10-second runoff that Delaware State has elected to enact. However, Florida A&M has called a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. Therefore, the clock will stop in the snap.
little strategy there. Coach Willie Simmons calls the timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. It's only 16 seconds remaining in the first half.
But he's burning the first half timeout.
Yeah.
But you know what I was going to mention is Kamari Young has a heavy heart. He's playing with a heavy heart today. One of his teammates who attended Georgia Southern, he attended the funeral service today at 11, and there was some concern about where he would be mentally for today's game. But all the guys from Gabe and the Tallahassee area, they're like family here to FAMU, and our hearts go out to the young man's family and all the kids that played with him over at Gabe High School.
Yeah, and the coach Corey Fuller, who was the head coach over at Gabe High School. He's not there now. He's over in Gadsden County, but he built a great program over there, and a lot of those kids went on to play college football.
Absolutely. Corey, we talked about him last week. He's put his hands on a lot of great athletes, man, and we appreciate that. We need more people like that.
First down and 10 for the Rattlers. 16 seconds remaining. And Ryan Stanley sets up. That pass is deflected. It's incomplete. 11 seconds, only 5 seconds right off the clock on that play.
The Rattlers always feel like they can strike from any place on the field with the kind of playmakers they have and with Stanley throwing the football. So, you know, Coach Simmons is trying to come up with the right play.
Yeah. Second down and 15 now for the Rattlers from the FAMU 46-yard line with 11 seconds remaining in the first half. And Ryan Stanley has a spread formation. And he fires across the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Marcus Williams. However, Bishop Bonnet looked back at Stanley to say, hey, man, I'm wide open.
It looked like Ryan was trying to hit the receiver on the hash mark. Bishop had turned up and was open for, you know, a big game, but not a great game.
Yeah, third down and 15 with 8 seconds remaining. Stanley wants to pass, fires this pass down here for the X-Man. And, boy, Xavier Smith can't hold on to that one. And, boy, that is a rare occasion that he would drop one like that.
I tell you what, Stanley dropped that one in there right over the shoulder there. That was a nice throw. I think X-Man was trying to run with that football before he caught it, which would have put him in pretty good shape with a couple of seconds left to try to make a throw in the end zone or kick a field goal.
And Stanley hit him in stride,
Yeah,
too.
he did. Great throw. Great read. You see the difference between he and the freshman in terms of looking off and coming back and stepping into the throw. And I think the big kid from Buffet from Delaware State is going to be a good one before it's over.
And so Stanley just decides to take a knee, and that's going to do it for the first half of play here in Bragg Memorial Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida, with our score. Florida A&M 31 and Delaware State 3. And our Corey Staples is going to talk with Coach Willie Simmons as she gets herself in position. Coach Simmons got to be happy with this first half.
Oh, no question. I tell you what, I think his guys have played well, and let's see what kind of commentary he has for us.
All right, let's go down to Corey.
Coach, your team put up 31 points in that first half. Really, what does that mean for your team?
Well, when we do things right, we can be very explosive on offense. We can be one of the best defenses in the country and dominant special teams. So we just have to do that consistently. You know, again, we got 30 more minutes to play. This game is far from over. If we can score 31 and a half, obviously they can too. So we got to make sure we finish this game strong.
Yes, sir.
down on the
There's
field.
technical
Corey
difficulty. I can't hear
talking
myself.
with,
Thank you. Back to you guys
Coach
in the studio.
Simmons. We're trying to get all of that worked out and see what happens as we come back. It's halftime in Tallahassee. Our score, Florida A&M 31.
How to do it.
Playing football at the collegiate level can be quite a task. You have to balance school and maintain the hectic schedule of being an athlete. But for some athletes like FAMU senior linebacker Elijah Richardson, they have to do just a little bit more. Richardson is one of the team's leaders and earned himself a coveted spot on the 2019 football poster. But that's not all he's earned. E-Rich, as his teammates call him, graduated this past May with his bachelor's in criminal justice with a minor in exercise science. He is currently a finalist for the Maxwell Award and an All-MEAC player.
It's great to come back, missing the first 3 games with the calf injury and just, sitting out, it gets tough sometimes. Senior year, you want to be out there, great group of men. But it's just great to come back and be a part of this great legacy that we got going. Great institution, wouldn't have rather got my degree from anywhere else. So it was great and huge honor for my family and just, just glad I could be able to do that.
He's also a husband and a father. Married to Jeanette Richardson, they have 2 beautiful children, Elijah Jr. and Isaiah. As if he didn't already have a stretched schedule, finding time to be head of his household brings its own challenges.
It's time consuming, just trying to balance everything out. But, God's been good in that part of my life. He kind of helps me do everything that I'm able to do with football, family, the kids, and just everything. It's, it get tough sometimes, but with God, all things are possible, so I'm able to persevere in that part.
Through it all, Richardson is happy that he decided to come to FAMU, and he wouldn't change his experience for anything.
The majority of the people that do play high school football don't get to play college, and just to be a part of this, what we got going here at FAMU is great, so just honored, and, God bless me to be.
Jay Gaither was one of the biggest figures in HBCU football, winning over 200 games in his coaching career. But his most important win may have been in 1969 against a non-HBCU but predominantly white college, the University of Tampa. In 2020, a documentary detailing all about this historic day in college football comes to life. We've got a sneak preview just for you.
It was a monumental game for A&M and Tampa. It was a monumental game. Somebody had to lose, and thank God it was them this time.
We knew it was going to be a battle. Look at Jake Gaither's record. 202 and 36, I think, some off-the-wall figures.
And nobody would play him because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, he was better than me.
The world's never gotten enough of it. So, we proudly bring you more of it. The new 911. Timeless machine.
and a total of 4 tackles.
Keith Miles along with Albert Chester, Bragg Memorial Stadium. It's 31-3 as halftime comes to a conclusion here. And the Rattlers of Florida A&M will receive the opening kick to start the second half. And it's 31-3 in Tallahassee. And Albert, a whole nother half to play. But Coach Willie Simmons, I'm sure, was very pleased with this first half performance of his team.
Yeah, he game planned very well for Delaware State. Obviously, they had a great offensive scheme ready for Delaware State. They executed it very well. Ryan Stanley has 4 touchdown passes, and with a balance of running. Not a whole lot of yards, if you would say, but enough to balance off the passing. And Del State Young Ball Club having trouble finding a win in the win column, but continue to fight as we expect, as the young program is being built by the second-year coach.
All right, Jake Bridle is kicking off for the Hornets. And this is Marcus Williams. He lets it hit in the end zone, and the Rattlers will begin 1st and 10 as we start the second half of play at the FAMU 25-yard line. And let's reset that FAMU offense. Marcus Williams at the X receiver. Tariq Akbar is the left tackle. Terrell Reed is the left guard. Brian Crawford, the center. Keenan Forbes. Keenan Forbes is my seatmate on the flights, Albert. And Andre Regis is the right tackle. Kamari Young, the tight end. Terrell Jennings and Bishop Bonnet have been the workhorses at running back today. Ryan Stanley has gone all the way at quarterback, but now Rashawn McKay comes in to start the second half. Zende Ray is the Y receiver, and Xavier Smith is the Z receiver. Rashawn McKay at the controls now. That Delaware State defense after this play. McKay on his first pass shoots it out there for Xavier Smith, who takes a hit above the shoulders, and Xavier is going to pick up about 8 yards on that play, maybe 9. 2nd and 1.
Little slant route, little confidence booster for McKay. First pass he completes.
Left defensive end for Delaware, Christian Johnson. The defensive tackle, Licky Sayu. The defensive tackle, Brandon Carswell. And the Hornet is Joanne Granger. We'll give you the rest of that Delaware State defensive lineup after this play. This time we give it to, that looks like Devon Bo Kendrick in the backfield for the first time this afternoon. And so the Rattlers getting some, shuttling in some players. That's a 1st and 10 for the Rattlers. The ball's resting now at the FAMU 38-yard line. Charles Wheeler, the left cornerback. The weak linebacker is Alex Lozano. Anquan Kinsey is the middle linebacker. The Sam linebacker, or the strong linebacker, Brooks Parker. And the right cornerback, DeAndre Blue Ely. Jihad Debeyer is the free safety, and Devin Smith the strong safety. And here we go. The give is to Bo Kendrick once again. And Kendrick fights his way across the 40 to about the 39. We'll see where they spot the football. But it will bring up a 2nd down and about 7 yards to go for a FAMU first down.
The old Del State, the D-line did a good job. Linebackers filling the holes right there at the point of attack.
Rashawn McKay with Bo Kendrick in the backfield. Spread formation with twin receivers to either side this time for the young quarterback. And McKay this time gives it to Kendrick once again, and Kendrick breaks a couple of tackles and fights his way into Delaware State territory all the way down to the 39-yard line, and that's a big Rattler first down, an outstanding run.
That's a good-looking run.
Devon Bo Kendrick.
Yeah, Bo.
Kendrick, he's the workhorse. He gets it again for a couple. Make it 2nd down and about 8 yards to go now for a FAMU first down. Well, actually, they credit him with no gate on that one. 2nd and 10. McKay rolls as the FAMU offense trying to go tempo on him.
That up-tempo might have been a little too fast for the referees.
Yeah, it looked like.
Please reset the game clock to 2-3-3.
It seemed like nobody was ready except Rashawn McKay.
That's a good thing. I like that. I like that.
McKay, 6'2", 195, the redshirt freshman out of Tallahassee Godby High School. Second down and 10. Ball at the Hornet 39-yard line. And McKay this time gives. Is that Kendrick? Well, it looks like a different back in the ball game. The ball carrier was Deshaun Smith, who was Mr. Football in Florida. 5'9", 195, the senior from Brooksville. And he's going to be stopped for no gain. Third down and 10. Deshaun Smith in the backfield. Sean McKay looks to the sideline to get his play. And McKay steps up in the pocket, delivers that pass to Deshaun Smith. And Deshaun tries to make a run after catch, but that's good defense over there by Delaware State.
They tried to hit the back and ran a little out route. And Kamari Jackson made a great catch. Tried to make a play with it. It'll be fourth down.
Fourth down, and Chris Fadul. Is this Chris's first punt second punt of the afternoon? Well, you're talking about the leading punter in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference and one of the leaders in FCS football. Fadul shanks this one, though. And boy, it's going to sail out of bounds. And the Hornets are going to get good field position for their first possession of the second half. So Delaware State will have the football. Dallas, the running back. Angelo Gonzalez, the Y, and Kwani Kali is the Z. And this pass is tossed out here to Kali, 6'1", 195, the senior out of Staten Island, New York. And Kawana is going to be out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a second down and 2 for Delaware State after an 8-yard pickup.
Colley and Bethea both from Staten Island, New York.
Yep. All right, here we go. Bethea. Twins far boundary. Isolated receiver near side this time, and they throw the slant out there, but the Rattlers are all over this play. Terry Jefferson is going to be, let's see if they're going to move the sticks. It will be a first down for Delaware State.
Well, it looks like Bethea is slowing himself up now and stepping into the throw. The good news, he made the completion. It was for the first down.
Yeah. At their own 39-yard line with 9:46 to play here in the third quarter now. Rattlers leading 31-3. And Bethea gives to his running back, Thomas Bertrand Hooten, 6', 220, the redshirt freshman again out of Quebec.
It's our Canadian buddy there.
Yeah. Gain of 3, second down and 7 yards to go for Delaware State. All right, here we go. Tylik Bethea, play action. Trying to hit his back coming across the field on a little screen pass, but it was Miles Beverly, the backup tight end, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Terry actually made he patted that ball down a little bit. Great defensive play by Terry Jackson.
Well, things are turning up a little bit here. Turning up a little bit here in the press box.
He's going to be singing the song after a while.
3rd down and 7 to go for Delaware State. And Tyler Bethea pulls it down. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down before he's bumped out of bounds. It's going to be very close. That looks like a first down for Delaware State.
Yeah, but they made a great job of picking up the first down and getting out of bounds.
Yeah, well, Robert Sr.'s trying to make sure hydration continues.
Is maintained.
Bethea's pass deflected.
That pass batted down by Cameron Burton.
Cameron Burton defending on the play for FAMU and deflecting that pass. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Delaware State. 8:18 to play in the 3rd quarter. FAMU up 31-3. Hornets trying to get something going. They had an outstanding drive right before halftime, resulting in 3 points. And they give it to Hudon again, and Hudon pushes the pile to about the 46 or maybe the 45-yard line of FAMU.
Ball carrier gains 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Makes it 3rd down and 6, gain of 4 for Hudon.
Black Stadium, it's way too quiet.
7:54. And the Hornets talking it over. Bethea, 6'5", 200-pound freshman out of Staten Island, New York. And the Hornets now trying to send twins near side. Bethea wants to pass, tries to set up the screen pass, and it's incomplete. Rattlers had that defended well from the start of the play.
Played great defense on that series.
4th down for Delaware State, and it will send on Jose Romo Martinez to punt. And it will be Azende Ray will be deep to receive for Florida A&M. With 7:26 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Romo Martinez to punt. Oh, it's a fake. And the Hornets have the first down. They've got more. 25, 20, 15, and finally bumped out of bounds at the 14-yard line. An excellent fake. And running for the first down for Delaware State is Isaiah Williams, the tight end. 6'2", 255, the senior out of the Bronx, New York. And they sold the fake extremely well.
They did a great job. You know, one of the things we talked about in the pregame was they're going to come with some tricks. And that was employed at the right time.
At the right time. Azende Ray saved a touchdown. Bumped him out of bounds. The ball's resting at the Rattler 14-yard line. They're in the red zone for the 2nd time this afternoon. Tyler Bethea. Spread formation, twin receivers to either side. Bethea swings this one out there. And boy, as soon as he makes the catch, Kwani Colley. It was Cortez Reed on the stop for the Rattlers. Stopped him right in his tracks.
The receiver, the ball, and the defensive back got there about the same time.
Second down and 11 now for the Hornets. They hand it off to Hudon, and he bounces outside, and Hudon's gone. Touchdown. That looks like a touchdown from here.
That's a good-looking run.
That's a good-looking run for John Bertrand Hudon.
Hey, he's just a redshirt freshman.
Well, it's actually Thomas Bertrand Houdon.
Hey, he's a Canadian, eh?
And Houdon takes it in from 16 yards out, 16-yard run. Romo Martinez for the extra point. Kicks on the way, and it's good with 5:55 to play in the third quarter. And the Hornets
Media timeout.
fighting back. It's 31-30. After the Houdon score, 16-yard touchdown run and a Romo Martinez kick, the Hornets down 31-10, and they score first to start the second half.
A good-looking drive, Keith. I mean, some running pass, fake punt, all that helped. The trick plays got them in the game.
High end-over-end kick, fielded by Blake Simpson, and he was smacked to the turf.
He took a shot then. That was a collision.
Sometimes in those situations, maybe you should let Marcus have the football. Don't send a boy to do a man's job.
Well, he's going to feel that tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's going to feel that tonight.
Now, see, young boys, the young guys, they don't feel those until tomorrow. Tonight, he'll be good tonight.
Yeah, had that ice bath tomorrow.
He'll be hurting tomorrow. The old men, they hurt right now.
Yes, sir. Rashawn McKay at the controls. Hands it off to Deshaun Smith, and Smith breaking tackles and fighting his way near the 30-yard line, down at about the 29. That's a good-looking run on first down.
Yeah. Well, Deshaun Smith is he's been kind of absent this season, so he's hungry. He got fresh legs, man.
Former Mr. Football in the state of Florida, right? That's a gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3 for the Rattlers. And Rashawn McKay with Smith in the backfield. Receivers to either side. Twins to the far boundary. And he gives it to Deshaun Smith once again. Fumbled the football. And, boy, here come those Hornets. And that's a touchdown.
Wow.
That's Jihad Niebauer. 6'1", 200-pound redshirt senior out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The ball pops out. Niebauer finds it. Scoops.
Defense return for a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
I don't care who's running that football. You got to keep and maintain leverage on both ends of that football.
And Romo Martinez on to attempt the point after.
The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, previous play will be under review, but the ball popped out. And we'll see. Look at it on the replay here. Deshaun Smith. That ball appears to, he may have been down, but the ball appears to have been punched out as he was going down, and Niebauer picked it up and advanced it for the score. So we'll await the official word to see.
I think his knee was down, kid.
Well, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. Just do it. Nike is the official footwear provider of the Mideastern Athletic Conference.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a fumble and a touchdown is confirmed.
Yep.
They didn't see enough to overturn it.
Yep.
Just that quick, the Hornets are back in the football game. And they believe.
And they believe. 2 scores in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And Romarte going to fake it and try for the 2-point conversion. but they're not going to convert. And boy, it's still going. And so at 5:04, Niebauer on a fumble recovery.
Media timeout.
Scoops and scores. And Coach Willie Simmons doesn't look happy. In less than a minute, the Delaware State Hornets have scored 2 touchdowns to make it a 31-16 ball game here in Tallahassee. Now, after Niebauer scoops and scores, the conversion attempt fails. And so this kick is going to be fielded at the 10, 15, 20. Marcus Williams down at about the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. And so that's a nice return. But the Rattlers have sputtered to start the third quarter.
Well, a lot of sloppy play, not protecting the football has allowed the Hornets to get back in the game, and Ryan Stanley's back in the football game now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're just 2 touchdowns away from tying this thing up. And it's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We got a lot of football left.
Yeah, Ryan Stanley returns at quarterback. With twin receivers to the side. In the field is Bishop Bonnet. So the Rattlers are going back to first team. And the Bishop on first down turns upfield, picks up a great block by Azende Ray. And, oh, wow, penalty markers go down. On the replay, Azende just sets up, and
it was shoulder. It looked like shoulder as opposed to.
It doesn't appear to be a
targeting.
During the run, personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 3 of the offense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Still first down.
Okay, so it wasn't targeting, but they call it an illegal blindside block. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before, but
it's new to me, Coach.
But it's still a first down for the Rattlers, 15-yard mark off. Azende Ray threw a big block. And so the Rattlers now start at the FAMU 15-yard line. Stanley sets up, and just like that, gets it all back and more. Azende Ray down at the 45-yard line of Delaware State. And so he says, huh. That's a James Brown lyric.
A quick strike.
Take that.
Quick strike.
Tempo. Rattlers go tempo, and penalty markers go down.
Del State had too many men on the field. He didn't get off the field. They had 12 men on the field.
Penalty markers down. We're awaiting the official indication. Rattlers went tempo, and it's going to go against Delaware State.
Offsides, defense, number 57, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
All right, offsides is the call against Delaware State's defense, so it makes it first down and 5 for the Rattlers now. At the
officials timeout.
40-yard
media timeout. Sorry, officials timeout. Injury timeout. We are not taking media timeout.
A Delaware State player is down.
Well, I tell you what, Ryan Kemp comes back. Quick strike.
We will take a media timeout. Media timeout.
Position now for.
We proudly bring you more of it. The new 911. Timeless machine.
First down and 5 for Florida A&M after the media timeout. Ryan Stanley throws the home run ball down there. Intended for Xavier Smith, incomplete. Anquan Kinsey was the injured Delaware State Hornet. He gets up and comes off the field under his own power. He's 5'11", 230, a freshman out of Liberty City, Florida. Makes it second down and 5 for the Rattlers.
Great opportunity to go topside, which is what Ryan did, try to run the streak straight down the sideline there. Xavier fell short.
Stanley, ready to go on second and 5, gives to the Bishop. Bishop Bonnet spinning and turning. And that will be a Rattler first down. And as the AMEs might say, thank you, Bishop. Now the Rattlers have a good-looking drive going.
Yeah. It's a time-consuming drive as well. Eating some clock up. Well-executed plays. Del State's not going anywhere, though.
No. Here we go. Stanley. This time play action. Sets the screen up for the X-Man, Xavier Smith. He turns the corner. He's got the first down and more. Down inside the 20-yard line to about the 16. That's a Rattler first down, and they'll move the chains. But the X-Man just doing what he does. Rattlers inside the red zone now, trying to answer those Delaware State scores.
Yeah. X-Man's having a career day.
Bishop Bonnet in the backfield for Ryan Stanley. Azende Ray and Marcus Williams working the far boundary. And it's the X-Man working this side. The X-Man, boy, almost made a fantastic catch as he was spinning. Stumbled in the end zone and still almost made the catch.
And I tell you what, I hope the replay can pick up his route. He ran a perfect post corner. Watch his post corner here. You can't really see it. He dips in and dips back to the corner. Ryan actually threw that ball a little bit late, but he still almost made the catch.
And still beat two defenders.
Yeah.
Now they've doubled up on the X-Men. All right, second down and 10 for the Rattlers at the 19-yard line of Delaware State. 3:02 to go in the third quarter. Ryan Stanley fires this out here for Azende Ray. And Azende was wide open and had blockers downfield, but just tried to run with it before he had it.
Right.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 3, Azende Ray.
I want to remind you that the Rattlers will return to the friendly confines of Bragg Memorial Stadium on November 16th to play the Bison of Howard University for Senior Day. And we'll get a chance to salute the outstanding seniors on this football team who helped rebuild this program. One of them is Ryan Stanley at quarterback. Stanley on third down and 10 now. Sets up Stanley. Pulls it down, turns uphill. He's got running room. Stanley's going to have a first down. The ball pops out, but who has it?
Said he was down. They said he was down.
If Stanley was down, it's a first and goal for FAMU, and we'll take a look at this replay. Great decision by Ryan to pull it down and run. Got a big
the ruling on the field is that the player was down before the ball came loose, resulting in a first down.
It's a first and goal to goal.
Officials
for
timeout.
FAMU.
This is a different Ryan Stanley than we used to seeing, man. He pulled that ball and ran. Actually, with north and south instead of east and west, tried to put a little move on the guy.
And there's an injured Delaware State player down. Let's see if we can't get a number.
Pepsi, proud sponsors of the Florida A&M Rattlers. When you're feeling thirsty, make sure to head down to the concession stands and grab a Pepsi.
Riley Stanley extending the play with his legs and doing a little juke, but it was clear his elbow was down when that ball came out. So I think the Rattlers are going to be good with keeping the football. But the Hornets continue to try to sting.
I can't get a clean number on that end. It might be Brandon Carswell, number 48.
You're correct.
And it is Brandon Carswell, 6 foot, 240-pound senior out of Mount Vernon, Georgia. And it's going to give the Rattlers a 1st and goal to go when play resumes at the Hornets 6-yard line. Ryan Stanley.
Hey.
New and improved.
That's a different kind of Ryan Stanley than we used to see it. Picked up the first down. Excellent run for the first down. We got to get him to slide a little bit, though. Don't take that shot.
Don't take the shot. All right, here we go. Rattlers with a 1st and goal to go at the Hornet 6-yard line. 2:42 to play, 3rd quarter. Stanley with Kendrick in the backfield. That pass was intended for Xavier Smith. The Rattler fans wanted a hold as he tried to run his route. No flag on the play. 2:27 to play now, 3rd quarter.
Trying to throw that fade to the wide side
Yeah.
of the field there to you. And what you're basically saying is my guy is better than your guy. Who's going to be the better athlete? Came up goose eggs.
Bo Kendrick in the backfield. Twins to the far boundary again. It's Williams and Ray, and now the X-Man goes there too. And we're going to run the option to the opposite side. It's Bo Kendrick, and he's in. Touchdown, FAMU.
Excellent drive. Excellent drive. Well-executed play. Well-designed play. Good run. Yeah. Ryan Stanley comes in and leads the Rattler offense down the field for a touchdown.
Bo Kendrick, an outstanding power run, an option to the opposite side of the motion of the play.
That's well designed. I like that.
Yeah. Yahia Ali on to attempt the point after. Chris Fadul will hold. Snap placement. Kick is blocked, but there are flags on the play.
Delay of game. Offense, number 99. 5-yard penalty.
Third one of those this afternoon.
Still the try.
Delay of game on the extra point. So it becomes a 25-yard extra point.
You're good, Don Gray.
He's got like 3 25-yard extra points today. All right, here we go. Yahia Ali. Fadul will hold. Snap and placement. Ali's kick is good. And so with 2:20 to play, the Rattler lead is now 38-16. And Albert, a good-looking drive engineered by Ryan Stanley, who came in to replace Rashawn McKay, who was not effective.
Well, I don't know if it was Rashad. I think what it was some fumbles and not protecting the football. Got him back in the game, got him 2 quick touchdowns. So he goes back to his ace.
Right.
And ace comes in and does exactly what he's supposed to do.
That's very fair.
Take it down the field and score.
That's very fair.
That's what happened.
Yeah. But you can see
the leadership
of Ryan Stanley.
That leadership.
Yeah,
you
no
can't question that.
No question. So the Rattlers home in 2 weeks to play Howard. And then the big one in Orlando.
Classic.
Florida Classic, which will be a classic. Rattlers haven't won in 8 years.
You know, and I said earlier, Ryan has already shattered some of the passing records and touchdown records, and probably some more before it's over.
Wow, great return coming this way. And it's Yahia Ali who saves a touchdown. The kicker. That's a good-looking return.
Yeah, great-looking return.
And it's going to set the Hornets up with excellent field position at the FAMU 42-yard line.
What I was saying, I think that Ryan's legacy is going to be beating the Wildcats because we haven't beat them during his tenure, and obviously it's been 8 years since the Rattlers have won that game. But let's take care of this one first.
Yeah. Tyler Bethea and the Hornets have been on fire here this second half. And Bethea sets up, looks to pass, fires downfield, a home run ball, and overthrows the intended receiver.
That's incomplete.
Karan Ali.
Yeah, he tried to hit him on a deep post. I think if he put a little top on that pass, his receiver may have had a better opportunity, but he was well covered there by
Marquise.
Marquise Ring
Your bell. 2nd and 10 for the Hornets from the FAMU 42-yard line. And as the sun descends, the chill increases. Talik Bethea gives to Hudon, and boy, a great run here by Thomas Hudon, bumped out of bounds at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line. That's a big first down for Delaware State, and the Hornets have found something here.
Yeah, Hudon is feeling that thing, man. He's had a great second half. They're getting a lot of movement at the point of attack.
And that gives Delaware State inside the red zone at the 12-yard line. It's Hudon once again. And the Rattlers this time converge on that football, but not before he gets a couple of yards.
Another good-looking drive. It's like 3 or 4 in a row here.
2nd and 7 for the Hornets from the Rattler 9-yard line. The 1:06 to play in the third quarter. And Albert, the Hornets, it's been a pretty good third quarter for Delaware State.
Yeah. Young, scrappy team.
Bethea gives it to Hudon again, and Hudon fights his way to the goal line. I'm not sure if he crossed. It's going to be a 1st and goal to go. It will be first down and goal to go for Delaware State. And Thomas Bertrand Hudon out of Quebec, Canada, is a ball player.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's an explosive type runner too, and strong, and got quick feet. He's an exciting looking player.
Rattlers trying to get a guy on the field, but Hudon appears to have broken the plane. Let's see. We'll wait for the official indication. The Hornets are saying touchdown, and it is a touchdown. And so with 10 seconds remaining, Delaware State's Hudon goes in from 1 yard out. And Romo Martinez is on to attempt the point after. Snap placement. Kick is on the way, and it's good. And so with 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, our score, FAMU 38 and Delaware State 23. And it's timeout in Tallahassee. Albert will stay right here. And it's been a dominant Delaware State third quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, the first half belonged to FAMU. The third quarter has all been Del State. They believe if they continue to fight, and they ain't going away. I tell you what, Coach Simmons has to be scratching his head trying to figure out what's going on with his defense, because Hudon is running the ball like Ed Polak used to do for the Kansas City Chiefs back in the day.
The Hornets have scored three touchdowns in the third quarter.
Yeah.
To the Rattlers 1.
Yeah.
We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rattler Sports Network. All right, ball's fielded at the 20, 25. Great return. Midfield, 45, 35, 25, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Marcus Williams.
Marcus, hey, he showed some speed. What a play. That's the kind that would take the life right out of you. I mean, to get the ensuing kickoff, run all the way back, and I don't know if he was even touched.
Marcus fields this at the 6. That's a 94-yard kickoff return by Marcus Williams. 94 yards.
And he has some jets. What a play. Great return.
Yahia Ali on to attempt a point after. But what a great return by Marcus Williams. Good blocking.
He was touched by one guy.
Speed. Fastest guy on the FAMU team.
There it is.
Yahia Ali on to attempt the point after. Chris Fadul holds, snap, placement, kick is airborne.
The world's never gotten enough of it. So, we proudly bring you more of it. The new 911. Timeless machine.
(45-23), our score in Branch Stadium. And that Marcus Williams 94-yard kickoff return has folks feeling a little better about this third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, as Delaware State came storming back. Yahia Ali's kick sails out of bounds. Delaware State scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. FAMU scored 2, but one of them was a 94-yard electrifying kickoff return by the speedster, Marcus Williams.
Yeah, Keith, I wonder if
illegal procedure, free kick, kicked out of bounds, untouched by the receiving team, by the kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
One TD.
Del State.
That was an excellent run. The type of run that takes the wind right out of your sail if you're an opponent, you know?
Yeah.
Super run.
All right, here we go. First down and 10. Tylik Bethea fires across the middle. That pass is caught. Kawana Kali on the receiving end of that pass.
A quick post.
Yeah.
Great toss.
It's going to give the Hornets a first down at the Delaware State 45-yard line.
You know, Keith, I see Bethea getting confidence, too. I mean, he's standing there throwing that football better this half than he did the second half.
They come right back to Hudon, and Hudon challenges his way near midfield, takes it to the 49, and on first down, that's a big 4-yard run.
That's Ed Polak reincarnated, man.
Yeah.
He looks just like Ed Polak. Any of you listen?
Offsides, number 98 of the defense. 5-yard penalty.
14, this kid
Still first down.
Like
well, we're dating ourselves there, Albert, but yeah, I remember Ed Podolak, and he was a tough runner.
Yes, sir.
Gain of 5, actually. Second down and 5 for Delaware State. And they found something.
They're going to keep giving him the football, man.
Yeah.
And play action off him with passes.
Bethea gives it to him once again. This time, Doyle Grimes and DeMontre Moore wrap him up and stop him for a short gain, if any. Make it 2nd and 4. They give him 1. And DeMontre Moore, got to say something about him. 6'3", 310, the redshirt senior out of Tampa Robinson High School. He is having a whale of a season.
Hey, man, I tell you what, he's making noise to be the MEAC Defensive Player of the Year. I tell you what, you know, leading the charge on that defensive line for sure.
No question about it. Here we go. Second down now and 4 for Delaware State. And Bethea gives to Hudon once again. He finds a seam, breaks a couple of tackles, gets the first down and more. Takes it all the way down to the 35-yard line of FAMU, and that's a big first down for Delaware State.
A lot of confidence. You can see it. And this kid runs hard, man. He runs tough.
Yeah, they take it to the 34-yard line. And so that's a first down. Delaware State. Hornets once again threatening. Bethea, this time play action, shoots it out here to Jordan Hanna. And he is bumped out of bounds over here. Tim Williams bumps him out of bounds. All right, here we go. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. And the Hornets inside the 30 at the 28. But they are rolling. Pass is caught. Jordan Hanna once again.
You know,
Hanna steps out of bounds, but that's a first down for Delaware State.
What you see is the run game setting up the passing game, and then both the running game and quarterback have confidence. They're executing right now. Look good.
Yeah. Hornets with the ball just outside the red zone at the Rattler 21-yard line. Bethea gives to Hudon, and Hudon pushing that pile down near the 16, near the 15-yard line at the 16.
See Ezekiel Bryant, keep feeding me. They're going to keep feeding this kid, man. He's toting the rock tonight. The second half has been Del State.
Yeah. Hornets have come on strong. Putting together sustained drives throughout the third quarter. 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. One of them a fumble recovery, but 2 of them sustained drives. Bethea give to Hudon once again, and he lowers that shoulder and moves forward. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for Delaware State.
You know, coming out of the third quarter, Del State had 27 rushes for 145 yards. And most of that has been the third quarter.
Yep. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 3. Hornets go. Twins near side. Hudon in the backfield for Bethea. And this time Bethea wants to pass. Throws the pass. It's caught. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Kawana Kali. Touchdown, Delaware State. Oh, that's a good-looking throw and catch.
Nice fade route. Got inside the cornerback and made a good throw. Delaware's not going away, fellas.
Romo Martinez, extra point is good. And
machine.
All right. Rattlers return the ensuing kick. This time they kick it away from Marcus Williams. But let's give the Delaware State Hornets some credit. Kwani Kali on the touchdown pass from Tylik Bethea. The extra point is good, and the Hornets have closed the gap to 15. It's 45-30 in Tallahassee. And that's why you have 2 halves of football.
You got to play the game in 4 quarters. You know, 7-1 team versus a 1-7 team. You got to play 4 quarters.
Say, I ain't got nothing to lose.
That's right. That's right.
1st and 10. Ryan Stanley and the Rattlers Boy, that pass intended for the X-Man, Xavier Smith. A little too much on it. 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers.
Give credit to the Hornets for staying
sir.
focused.
Yes,
staying
sir.
focused, staying in this football game. Head coach doing a tremendous job coaching his kids up. Got them believing they can win.
And sticking with his game plan, too.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10 for the Rattlers now. Ball's resting at the FAMU 33-yard line. They give it to Bo Kendrick. Some tough yards running there.
Bo Kendrick, the ball carrier.
Fights his way
Gain of 3 brings up
to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. 3rd down and 7 now for FAMU with 10:03 to play in the ball game. Stanley. Looks like the X-Man came out of his stance.
X-Man trying to get there in a hurry. Back up.
False start. Offense number 19. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
False start is the call. At least I think that's what I heard the referee say. It's going to back the Rattlers up and make it 3rd down and 13 now for a FAMU 1st down. Ryan Stanley. The danger of getting that big early lead. Can't get comfortable. Stanley sets up, wants to pass, pulls it down. He's going to run. Stanley's got a 1st down and slides.
That's it. That's it.
That's what you want. Ryan Stanley, boy, he's slow to get up, but he picks up the 1st down and moves the chains.
Stanley's carry good enough for another
That's a classic run from Ryan Stanley. That's a highlight run for his career right there. And one of the most important runs for the 1st down.
Yeah, and the slide.
Yeah, he slid.
So he didn't take the hit.
Yeah. I sent a message down to him. I sent him a message.
Sent him a message.
Yeah.
I think you used to take those hits, though. 1st down. Here we go.
Got Deshaun in at quarterback now.
That was Rashawn. Yeah, okay. But it was Bo Kendrick, the ball carrier. And Bo Kendrick's going to pick up a couple, make it 2nd down and 8. Rashawn relieves Ryan. Ryan got up a little slow after the run.
He did.
And so Rashawn McKay now in at quarterback for FAMU. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. McKay's pass tossed over here for Azende Ray, incomplete. Now, one of the things we did notice about Rashawn McKay last week in the Morgan State game, he does not get rattled.
No.
Very cool, calm. He can, forget that incomplete pass and come right back and
quick.
And he threw, let's not forget, he threw the game-winning touchdown in overtime against North Carolina A&T.
He's had some exposure to some tight situations.
And made some big plays.
Made big plays.
Rashawn McKay with Bo Kendrick in the backfield and a sprint formation on 3rd down and 7. McKay throws the home run ball for the X-Man. He's got him. He's got him. And a late flag. Xavier Smith, the X-Man, makes the catch at the 21-yard line of Delaware State, and then the boom was lowered on him, and a penalty marker is thrown.
He might get targeted for that one. But I tell you what, did you see the throw? It's an excellent throw.
Rashawn McKay with a great pass downfield.
Yeah, that's a targeting right there.
And, we'll wait the official indication. And we'll listen for the referee's ruling.
That's a great ball, though.
A great catch.
Great ball, super catch.
And that may be Andrew Reese, defending for Delaware State, may be ejected for targeting. They're already pulling him out. He's already walking to the sideline.
You already know.
What a catch, though, by Xavier Smith to maintain the concentration to hold the football, taking that kind of a blow.
Right.
All right, here's the official indication.
Personal foul, targeting. Defense, 15-yard penalty, half the distance enforcement from the end of the run. The previous play is under further review.
All right, that play will be under review, but it's almost
Media, timeout.
An open and shut case.
Yeah.
All right.
Timeless machine.
The ball will be placed at the 21-yard line and enforced from there.
As part of the community service, the Florida A&M football team visited the Lakeland Elementary School in Baltimore, Maryland. Jimmy Thomas, a FAMU alum, helped set that visit up. They've done community service in almost every road trip, and Andrew Reese from Delaware State was ejected from the game for targeting. Terrell Jennings is the ball carrier for the Rattlers, and the Rattlers now threatening once again inside the red zone. With the Rattlers can get a first down at the 1-yard line. So, well, you got to make sure Xavier Smith is okay, and he is. He's on the field.
He took a shot, man. That was
But
dangerous looking hit.
What about his concentration to hold that football, though?
That's what great receivers do.
Rashawn McKay tosses it out here for Azende Ray. Azende trying to run without the football, and it falls incomplete. Going to make it third down and about 8 to go. Rattlers can get a first down once again at the 1-yard line. Azende, the play was perfect.
Oh, it's perfect call.
Had blockers in front of him.
Well executed. All he had to do was catch it.
Started to run before he had it. Third down, FAMU. Rashawn McKay with Terrell Jennings in the backfield. The X-Man, Xavier Smith, is isolated to the far side. They're twin receivers near side, Marcus Williams and Azende Ray. Azende in the slot. And Rashawn throws the wide receiver screen to X-Man, and X-Man's going to take it to the house. Touchdown. Xavier Smith, a rare talent.
Hey, man, this kid is having a blast today. He's having a career day today. I mean, he's taking shots, he's catching footballs, running nice routes, being tough, and he's not a real big guy.
Right.
Shifty, happy feet. He's an explosive playmaker.
Touchdown, Rattlers.
Here's the
And
on the
actually,
replay.
The corner actually came up. He was covered.
And look, ran into his own blocker and a Delaware State defender. Bounced out and took it to the house. Yahia Ali on for the extra point. Fadul will hold. Snap placement. Kick is airborne and good. And so that makes it 52-30, our score after the Ali kick. And Albert,
media timeout.
I think you said it. Xavier Smith, 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns today. Ryan Stanley, 5 touchdown passes. What an evening. But Xavier Smith, man, is a rare talent.
Actually, that was Rashawn that threw that touchdown.
Oh, that's right. It was Rashawn.
So Wright has four touchdowns.
And Xavier has 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It was Rashawn McKay who threw that pass. Let's give the young quarterback some credit.
You got to. He comes in and fills in, and we don't miss a beat.
52-30, our score, with 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the ball game. And
you gotta give the Hornets credit though. You gotta salute their coaching staff for keeping their kids in this ball game. I mean, keeping them. They believe the third quarter they own.
Yeah.
I mean, they just flew in here this morning and playing a football game tonight. So that means they had to get up early this morning to fly here. They've been up on their feet for a minute. You know? And to come in here and play the number 1 team in Black College. And the number 2 or 3 defense in Black College.
Yeah.
And play the way they're playing. I mean, you got to salute them for that.
And I think they found some things in this game that will work for them, right?
Moving forward,
this young ball player from Canada, Hudon.
Eh?
He's a ball player.
And the freshman quarterback.
And the young quarterback.
They complement each other very well. I mean,
Rod Milstead definitely has some things he can build on.
Got to feel good about it.
Yeah. 7:21 to play. It's 52-30. FAMU leading Delaware State by 22. Ali is all set to kick it off. End over end kick. Fielded at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and in the Rattler territory at about the 49-yard. That's an excellent return.
Dale State Hornets will not go away.
What a return. Ball's going to be spotted right at midfield. 7:09 to go. And it's been if you like college football, man, you just got to love it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tylik Bethea. And he gives it to Hudon once again. And he's challenging that Rattler defensive front.
You know what? They get a nice push on the Rattler defensive line, and he runs so hard and tough that once he breaks that first layer, he's going to be tough to break down. And that's what he's shown all the third quarter, the second half of this ball game. That's for sure.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Delaware State. The Hornets this time go twins to the near boundary. They isolate a receiver to the far side, and Bethea wants to pass. Fires downfield. That pass is picked. And on the pick is Cortez Reed. Is going to be ruled incomplete.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
It's going to be ruled incomplete. Cortez Reed has a couple of picks on the season, though.
Yeah. It's a good break on the ball there.
3rd down and 7 for Delaware State. Bethea ready to go, gives it to Hudon. He tries to bounce outside, and boys, that's power running, man. He was hit by at least 2 Rattlers, broke free and kept those feet moving, driving toward the first down stick, and picks up the first down.
Keeping the feet moving and driving is the optimum for this kid, man. He is tough to bring down, man.
1st and 10 Hornets.
You know the great backs run just as hard in the 3rd and 4th quarter as they do in the 1st and 2nd quarter. Now I don't even remember seeing him the first half.
Ball resting at the FAMU 39-yard line, and play action. They toss it out here to Jordan Hanna. And Hannah's going to be swarmed down by a host of green jerseys led by number 31, Isaiah Land from the wolf position, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. But that is just a testament to the Rattler defense swarming to the football.
Well, that's what we talk about. I mean, you got to play fast, you got to play physical, and you got to play swarming defense.
Second down and 10 to go now for the Hornets from the FAMU 39-yard line. Bethea swings it out here for Hudon. And Hudon going to be real close to another Hornet first down if he didn't get it. Looks like he got it.
But Faye made a good read on that. I mean, he looked downfield and he came back to his safety valve there. And
yeah, that's a first down.
Canadian running back, man, is toting the peel.
Yeah, 29-yard line of FAMU now, and the Hornets are threatening once again. Tyler Bethea rolls right. That pass is picked, and this time that's Terry Jefferson who comes up with the interception. Terry Jefferson, 5'9", the 190-pound graduate student out of Miami, and stops the Hornet drive.
That's a classic defensive play. You see his drop, and then he had to come back. I mean, that's beautiful right there. You couldn't ask for it any better. That's classic defensive back play from that strong safety position.
Yeah, Terry Jefferson out of Miami's Booker T. Washington High School. The thing I like about Terry Jefferson, graduate student.
Yeah.
It was Terry Jefferson a week ago who had the presence of mind to know that was a live football. Absolutely. And scooped it and scored.
That's senior leadership, man.
That's senior leadership. All right, here we go. The Rattlers with the football. Rashawn McKay at the controls. And McKay on first down. Hands it off to Terrell Jennings.
Terrell Jennings, the ball carrier.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Rattlers. 4:18 to play in this ball game. All right, here we go. Rashawn McKay, the 2nd down and 7. And a give to Terrell Jennings. Pack. And he's going to be real close to a FAMU first down at about the 30, maybe the 31. They're going to spot it just shy of the 30 at the 29. So it brings up 3rd down and 2 for a FAMU first down. Pretty night in Tallahassee. The lights are on and penalty markers down. Play is going to go.
That's a free play.
Free play. Kamari Young on the receiving end of that play. But actually, I think Rattlers caught him in the neutral zone.
Oh, they were offside.
Yeah, and
they were offside. I like the center
offsides.
Play.
Number 40 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, results in the first down.
Right. Just go ahead and snap the football.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Peripheral vision, you see that guy jump offside, snap that football.
First and 10 FAMU. Ball now at the Rattler 34-yard line with 3:10 to play. The Rattlers leading 52-30 in Tallahassee. Rashawn McKay. Boy, nice handoff, nice run by Terrell Jennings.
Terrell's running angry because he fumbled that ball earlier. He's trying to get all that back.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. 2:36 to play. Clock is ticking, though. And every handoff, that clock ticks right on down. Rashawn McKay sets his back. Spread formation, twins to either side. They run the jet sweep. Azende on the jet sweep. We'll make it 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for a Rattler first down. 3rd down and 6. 52-30, our score with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining in the ball game here in Tallahassee, Florida. Rashawn McKay hands it off. They fake the jet sweep and hand it off to Bo Kendrick. And Kendrick going to make it 4th down and about a long 3 to go. And Chris Fadul, for one of the few times tonight, will check on the punt.
It's actually his 3rd punt tonight, Pete.
Fadul on the punt with 53 seconds remaining. And the Hornets take timeout.
Timeout. Delaware State. This is the first charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
It's a 30-second timeout. And Albert, the Rattlers finally get an open week next week before returning to Bragg Stadium on the 16th against the Howard University Bison.
Yeah, and I think it's a needed breather bye week. Gives you an opportunity to heal some bruised legs and arms and kind of refresh yourself and finish up the season strong. The Rattlers have had a good haul. They've had some injuries during the course of the last 2 or 3 games, but have overcome. And they're going to need the time off, perfect timing, to finish up with Howard and Bethune-Cookman.
Fadul on the punt. Drives this one back to the 15-yard line where the Hornets will start 1st and 10. If you're going to be in town for that Howard game, find us in the northwest corner of Bragg Stadium early before the game starts, around 1 o'clock. And join us for the Rattler Primetime Live. And we'll talk about the FAMU Howard game, have some celebrity pickers. Mike Thomas, longtime color analyst on the Rattler Network. Coach Rudy Hubbard will join us. And, we had a good time today.
Had an awesome time, and hopefully some cheerleaders and some drum lines from the 100, that next iteration, too. So we had a great time today, and I think if you can also go back and look at that thing even after we're done here.
You're on Bragg Stadium Live. Hornets run the football. And so come out and join us the next time for Rattler Primetime Live. We're going to turn that into an effective way to help promote FAMU football. Gain of, looks like 4, 2nd and 6 for Delaware State, but that may have been the last play of the ball game. As Coach Rod Milstead walks across the field to shake hands with Coach Willie Simmons. Florida A&M victorious in Tallahassee tonight. Final score 52-30. The Rattlers defeat the Hornets of Delaware State.
As always, keep your orange shining bright. Make sure you green is round. Make it a Rattler weekend.
Hey, that's a nice tribute right there. See the teams shake hands. Great contest. No ill win.
Yeah. That's the way it should be done.
That's the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Perfect example of 2 class coaches.
Yeah. And 2 class programs.
Absolutely.
Our Corey Staples is standing by to get some final thoughts from head coach Willie Simmons as the Rattlers come out with a 52-30 win. Ryan Stanley throws 4 touchdown passes on the day. Xavier Smith catches 4 touchdown passes on the day. And Corey standing by with Coach Willie Simmons.
Coach, you're 6-0 in conference play now. How proud are you of this team?
Feels good. Obviously, we didn't play our best. We're still searching for that perfect game, so to speak, but we got to continue to do enough to win. And they're a resilient bunch. Got a bye week, got a good time. We need to rest up a little bit because got 2 real tough games coming up next. But our focus will be Howard, obviously, but another good win for the program.
And speaking of those games, how do you look to continue that record into next week's game?
Well, again, it's about the little things. Doing those little things every day, taking care of business on and off the field, just continuing to grow these young men into the men that we know they're capable of being.
And lastly, in tonight's game, Ryan Stanley broke the school record for passing touchdowns. How proud are you of him, and what can you say about his leadership?
Well, tremendous leader. Been a great asset to this program. Just, guy that knows how to win now has really learned how to win and lead this team, and it couldn't be happier for him. But if I know Ryan, he wants to give credit to his teammates, to the offensive line, the receivers. That's the type of kid he is. But, again, he's earned everything he's gotten, and I'm proud to be coaching him.
Thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations. So, back to Keith and Albert in the studio.
All right, thank you, Corey. And the Rattlers are victorious out.